Hey there, it's Aubrey. Firstly, I will say sorry that I haven't posted in like 2 weeks. Oopsie. So first week was Thanksgiving, and then second week I was kind of sick. So sorry, but okay. Here is part 2 of my story. I'll try to make it quickish. So first, back to the delivery company. Really, there's only 2 main ones, but I worked at FedEx. So, got to drive a big truck around. That was pretty cool. But anyways, I moved home and I was able to be there, and I played on a praise and worship team at church. Crazy. Got to write some songs and stuff. I think it's hilarious. People would freak if they knew a lesbian wrote some of those worship songs. Anyways, I think it's hilarious. But so then I happened to move to Nashville because he was like our worship leader, and he was our young adult pastor. He ended up getting a job up there, and so me and a friend from church decided, hey, why not move up there? She was in the Nashville Ballet, or there was something like that, and she went up there, so that was fun. We got to hang out, and so Nashville, that is where I met Beth, and she was up there finishing up or doing her fellowship at the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. She was pediatric ear, nose, and throat. She still is. She's awesome. But yeah, the most brilliant person I ever met. So still the most brilliant, by the way. Thank you, Beth. So anyways, so we moved up to Boulder, and I was like, Boulder is like super healthy. And I'm like, I'm the fattest person in Boulder. So what really triggered my weight loss is we were flying home to Georgia for Christmas one time. Was it 2013? But anyways, I could not buckle my seatbelt. And I was too embarrassed to ask for an extender. So I just kind of hid. But as soon as I got home in January, I started my diet, basically, or eating healthy. So I lost 160 pounds. And when I started to lose weight, I'm like, I can do anything. So I was like, well, I had always shied away from coding. I was really into technology and stuff. But I thought, well, because I was bad at math during school, I would not be able to be an engineer. So I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to go for it. So Riley, hey, Riley, what's up? So she was at the first meetup I went to as a Ruby study group, and it was for women, and she was just amazing in that she helped me get started, and then I was able to get into a boot camp. It was like 6 months long, but through that boot camp, I was able to meet my CEO of the first company in San Francisco. So I ended up finishing up the boot camp and then got offered the job in San Francisco, and I was like, all right, let's go for it. So I went over there, and let's see. Oh yeah, so I was at a startup, and it was all going great, good stuff, but I even read in a journal a little bit ago. It was like looking through all my old stuff, and I was like, I was really freaking out, the whole like imposter syndrome, and I'll link, there's a Michelle Obama thing on it. It's like, it's a real thing. It's scary. I always was questioning myself. I wondered if I was good enough. I'm like, am I doing okay? What's going on? No feedback. So I'm like, this is crazy. So, unfortunately, some crazy stuff happened there, and they were kind of starting to go under, and they cut like 40% of the company. Whew. I was the last one in, so first one out. So, it was funny, during that time after that, as I'm looking for another job, by the way, I got to interview at Google, and, some pretty cool. So, yeah. So, I got invited to the White House under Obama, I will say. Not under this orange guy. Anyways, so under Obama, I was like, check that out. So I thought that was amazing. I was able to work on projects for them, and it was awesome. And then when I got back, I got a job at Pivotal, which, side note, Pivotal is awesome. They helped me even after my accident. They kept me on insurance until Medicare kicked in. That was like 2 years. So I'm like, they went above and beyond. Like, they're a software company, but they are amazing. So Pivotal Labs, they're the bomb. And I will always say that. If I could work, I'd go back there. They are amazing. So I'm very happy I was able to be there. Oh, and side note, I got 50% more money working there than I did the other one. Crazy. Oh well. Anyways, it was about, I think Halloween was my first ride with ALC, which AIDS Life Cycle. So I was very excited to get introduced to that community. They're absolutely amazing. And so I was able to start meeting some new people and being healthy and being able to raise money for a good cause and also be healthy, right? So it was just a really amazing thing to be a part of. And so we would ride just about every weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, maybe some Mondays. But it was just amazing. We're training for this bike ride. It's in June, the first week of June pretty much. So it is just amazing in that it's raising awareness and providing services for those with AIDS and HIV. So really helping out and doing some good stuff. So funny little story. My friends had planned a surprise birthday party for me, like the day after my accident, because everybody was out of town, so they said Sunday night. So I kind of messed that up since I had my accident on Saturday. They still had the party though. It was Sunday night and they had it in the hospital parking lot. Oh yeah, I told you that last time, but still, it's awesome. I think it's great. So, like I said, they were just a massive support. So, all the nurses said they'd never seen anyone have that much support. So, big shout out to ALC community. Big shout out to Dustin, Ashley, Ricky, Maggie. All of y'all are amazing. Oh, and Tim and Kim down a bunch. I mean, y'all are amazing. So after the accident, I was in the hospitals for 4 months. 3 different hospitals, 4 months. So my mom, she was, well, I kind of interrupted their time in Honduras. They usually spend about 3 months down there. My dad is from Honduras, by the way. And they built a house on family land. So I kind of interrupted. And my mom gives me a hard time because really I was supposed to be in Honduras when I had my accident. But I thought I had just kind of started my new job in October. So I felt I can't take off already. I need to wait a little bit. So, oopsie, stuff happens. But anyways, so Mom and Dad, it took them about 3 days, but they were able to get to the hospital, and my mom never left my side. I mean, 4 months. So she was by my side and just right there and helped me out. It was, I kind of wondered, I'm like, the therapist seemed to like my mom more than me. Huh? But whatever. But she was great, and it was amazing time. So after that time, I was released from the hospital, and my mom was like, okay, I'm tired of California. I'm going to go back home. So we moved back to Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and I was able to continue my outpatient therapy there, and it was a good time. And so about a year into it, I was kind of getting antsy. I was like, man, I want to go. I want to do stuff, but Of course, there's the whole, like, they were wondering about my mental capacity and if I was able to live on my own, like, pay my bills, cook for myself, clean for myself. So they set up this trial. So my sister April found a place that's right outside of the Atlanta airport, like 30 miles. And they were looking for a town that had a pretty good sized airport because my brother-in-law flies out for his work. He's a software engineer and works from home, but he needs to go and visit clients. So my older sister was looking for a place by a major airport. And so she heard about Peachtree City, Georgia. It's 30 miles outside of Atlanta, outside the Atlanta airport. And my brother-in-law, who's a software engineer, flies out to his client's office and then has to come back. And he wanted to be by a major airport. So they found Peachtree City, and it is a golf cart community. You can drive golf carts everywhere. And since my license had been revoked in the hospital due to a brain injury, pretty much everybody who has brain injury, they just automatically revoke it. So my sister found out about this and told my mom, and it's like, Aubrey really needs this. And she'd been a neuro nurse for years. And my mom was like, okay. And I heard about it, and I'm never like this. I was like, okay, 6-month trial, then I'm done. I'm back to San Francisco. So I thought it'd just be 6 months. And so I ended up coming here, and I'm like, gosh, it's hella cheap. So I got to where I was like, well, I want to like it here because it's a lot cheaper than San Francisco. And hey, I could do some stuff. So that was kind of my idea. And I found out about Healing for Heroes. It is a nonprofit that connects wounded service members and veterans with service dogs. And I said, well, I'm not a wounded soldier, I'm not a veteran, but I have brain injury, TBI. So the head lady, Piper Hill, is amazing. She was like, oh yeah, sure, come on. And she even hooked me up with Suzanne, who has Tau Canine Unleashed. Amazing. And really knows how to work with dogs. I mean, incredible. So they helped me a lot, and I had Survey. So Survey was probably about a year old. Anyways, so it was so exciting. I got to pair up with them, and so Survey, I was able to train her to be my service dog. So I was very excited about that. And I thought, well, I need to start meeting people and maybe even date. So I'm like, I'm kind of getting old now. So I dated this girl named Leah. She has 4 kids, and we dated for about a month. So then we found out we're better friends. I mean, she is awesome girl. So still talk to her, hey Leah. And then, so I ended up dating this other girl who had a son. We will just talk about cray-cray. She was a hoarder. How should I say? Just, you should probably see where a person lives before you get invested. Well, anyways, so I kind of learned my lesson the hard way there. But anyways, I was like, okay, no more. So I'm swearing off women, or swearing off dating. I'm like, I'm just done. I'm focusing on recovery. So, sure enough, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. That's it. For a while, at least. 10 days later, Paula comes rolling up. I'm like, well, of course, at first I was thinking, okay, we're gonna be friends. We're buds. It's great. Well, you know, then it kind of kept going, and so developed in more, and I'm very thankful. She's definitely unlike anybody I've ever dated. Love of my life and soon to be wife. Yeah. So something, it was funny. My sister always told me, oh, when you're least expecting it, when you're not looking. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But she was right. It kind of happened. But man, it was nuts. Because here was the thing. I thought I was damaged goods, especially after my accident. I'm like, who's going to want me? I'm just a gimp. I mean, what? I mean, I was in San Francisco, the gay mecca of the world, and I was making pretty good money, and I didn't have any luck. But I'm like, so yeah, and I thought I was damaged goods. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna want me. But guess I was wrong. But I mean, I'm thankful for that. It was a good lesson for me to learn, and lesson for you. I'm like, hey, we all may have different things that happen to us that may cause us to feel like we're damaged goods. Nope, it's not possible. And also remember that you can do anything or everything. If I can do it, you can do it. I mean, come on. It is possible. Anything you desire, it is possible. So keep pushing and keep going on. You can make it. All right, see ya.